My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about waiting out the storm. All right, let's get into the video. 2022 has shown me flames, okay? A couple of times I went to God and I said, I am not one of your strongest, toughest soldiers. I don't think I can take this anymore. But you know what? God always shows up and shows out in his perfect time. And it may not be perfect for you, but when he does, it all works out, okay? A couple of things that I have learned in waiting out the storm is to understand at that moment that it is what it is. Sometimes it happens that sometimes when you just plan things and you put 1 and 2, 3, 4 together, anticipating or hoping or knowing that it will work out this way, and then life comes and throws a wrench, into your plans or a couple of things that you have on the go, and it just puts a halt in your dreams, and it can be very crushing. It can leave you feeling defeated, lead to depression, anxiety, just making you feel overall upset and angry, and even sometimes making you feel like a complete failure. But sometimes you just have to accept at that moment, it is what it is. I have had so many challenges this year. I feel like this is one of the most, if not the most difficult year I've ever experienced in my entire life or my entire existence. But I am at a point in my life where I am able to see it for what it is, accept it for what it is, and then plan accordingly. While obviously trusting God with all the processes and everything that I desire to achieve for myself. And one way that I have achieved this, or even somehow sitting in this contentment, is just, celebrating the small wins. Even though they were like 10 failures, but the 2 wins that I have had still outweighs the overall bad that has happened in the past year to me. And the reason why I look at this positive, or I have this positive outlook, is that it gives me hope and strength to always put my best foot forward and to keep going, even when things are so tough. The next thing is to be content with what you have and make the most out of it. So I think this year has also taught me how to really take a pause, to slow down, and to be happy with where I am at. Obviously not to be comfortable, but to be content, to know that this is not going to be forever, it's temporary. But while I'm at it, I can still enjoy spending time with my family, creating memories with them, exploring and truly living my life the way I want to, doing things that I truly enjoy as a 28-year-old and just, enjoying the day that God has given to me, even if it is very difficult. The next thing is comparison is the devil. I have learned and I've tried not to compare myself to the successes of my fellow peers, those that I do admire and those that are ahead of me or behind me. Reason being is that I understand and I know that my journey is different from theirs. And if I am focused on their journey and what they're achieving, I lose focus on the goals that I have set out for myself. And I've also lose focus on the plan that God has for my life. And sometimes it will lead you to leading and tweaking things that may not necessarily work for you. So don't compare yourself, or try not to compare yourself to others. Their life is working out for them the way it is, but also your life is working out the way it is for you. The next point is that I have taken control in areas where I can take control, but also surrendering everything to God. Now, obviously, we live in a life, or as a Christian, we're told to leave everything into God's hands, which we should. But it is not to encourage you to be lazy, not to have an action plan for your life, and not to do things or even set goals for yourself. So, in as much as I surrender everything to God, I surrender everything that I do desire to achieve, and God always directs me in the direction and the path that I must go. The next thing is to understand is consistency is key. And the reason why you've got to be consistent in this weather or in this storm is that the reward at the end will supersede or surpass your expectations, and it will even broaden your horizon to the countless opportunities and successes that you are to eventually enjoy going through this difficult time. So you have to keep your head down and keep on pushing and keep on working and showing up and showing out each and every single day, because every dog has its day, right? The next thing that I have learned is also to become stoic. I am a very, very emotional person. Like, I'm super sensitive. I cry easily. I get angry. I'm always ready to throw a fit. But as I've grown up, I have learned to really calm down, assess the situation, withhold my emotions, and relay the relevant emotions that are needed for the certain situation at that time. Sometimes even holding my tongue, even though it's hard for me. But then that has also saved me from making irrational and stupid decisions and saying things that would potentially harm my image or my reputation, or even making decisions that I will regret later on. So even in hard times, teach yourself to become stoic, to hold back where you need to truly read the room or the space that you're in, to understand people and hear them and listen to them, evaluate, assess, and then attack or operate, whatever the case may be. So become stoic. Last thing is to press on. You have to press on. That is the only way that you will achieve. That is the only way that you will move forward. So that is how I'm waiting out my storm. But I am grateful to God because there have been some small, significant wins along the way. Good Lord, the English. Wins along the way. But God has shown himself strong in my life, and I am holding on. That's what I'm doing. So be encouraged, and I'll see you in my next video.